What do
said.
T.I., Steven Seagal, and the Pope all have in common? They've all had their cars reinforced with armor by our next guest. Trent Kimball is CEO of Texas Armoring, and he's seeing a growing trend among the uber-rich. They're getting their personal cars outfitted with armor. And welcome, I understand that the roots of your company go back to the 1970s, and I could see maybe a head of state or a dictator in Central America wanting this kind of thing, someone in West Africa. But celebrities now doing this, is this now the new stylish statement that you have arrived?
Well, I don't know if it's a stylish statement. They just feel the need to protect themselves either from the street crime or just some type of threat that they may have received.
And your company, actually, there's some testimonials about people who live in very dangerous parts of the world. I think one is actually from West Africa, in which kidnappers attempted to get the people in the car, but the fact that the car was armored, the bullets never penetrated, and they were able to get away.
That's correct. The majority of our vehicles do leave the United States. We armor very few for the United States, but most of them do leave the United States. And if there is an attack, usually it does occur overseas.
So describe for me the process, depending how you like to say it, of turning a car, like the one we're watching in the video, into a very safe safety. I think they call them safe rooms in some cities, but on four wheels, it would be a safe car.
Yeah. So the process is basically we take a regular vehicle, whether it be a Suburban or a Mercedes-type sedan, and we will strip the entire vehicle apart. And once we get to the inside of the vehicle, the frame, the existing frame, we start putting in armored materials. We replace the glass with armored glass. We put in special materials in the doors. We put in ballistic steel in the floor and the roof and the frame of the vehicle to basically stop all type of weapons, anywhere from a handgun all the way up to an AK-47 type weapon.
And if you do the full, total gazunta armoring, it's going to put a lot of weight on the car. So I imagine you have to choose a vehicle that sits higher on the road?
Usually we'll upgrade the suspension and we'll upgrade the braking system. We'll do the modifications necessary. It's not necessarily needs to be a high vehicle off the road. Most of the vehicles that we do armor happen to be SUV type vehicles or 4x4s, but we do armor a few sedans in there.
How many of these a year do you do?
We're doing approximately 200 vehicles a year.
And roughly a ballpark figure, if you went full-fledged the entire shebang, how much would it cost?
You're looking, of course, it depends on the cost of the vehicle, but you're looking anywhere from $200,000 all the way up to $500,000, depending on what vehicle you choose to armor.
So when we mentioned Seagal, T.I., and the Pope, what did you do for them? Are you allowed to say? I realize they're clients and you don't want to breach confidentiality.
Yeah, I can just say what we armor. We armored an Escalade for T.I. and a Suburban for Steven Seagal. The Pope actually had his own vehicle. It was the Pope-mobile that you see. We basically made a glass cage on the back of a vehicle for him. So it just depends on the client and their desire and their taste.
But let me ask you the last question. What's the popular vehicle among the elite, the uber wealthy, and the celebrity? I think the Pope has a Mercedes, if I'm correct. But what are the others driving?
So we armor right now. The trend is the Mercedes SUV called the G-Wagon or the G550. It's that box Mercedes that you see sometimes around. It's very trendy right now. They're really a hot item right now.
Or you could save a lot of money and just buy a 57 Studebaker. There's so much steel on that, it's not going to go anywhere. Trent Kimball, all the best to you, and thank you very much for joining us.
All right, thank you.